Hello, whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. And today is a bit of a special one because I'll be trying the Johnnie Walker Blue Label Casks edition. So a cask strength edition, and it's a very heavy parcel, to be honest. I've been looking for this bottle for quite a long time. I've never been able to put my hands on it, but then all of a sudden, a few weeks ago, my friend Johan, he dropped by and he said, "Hey Mark, I have this bottle of Johnnie Walker that I would like you to try." And I was like, "Well, if you insist." So let me get that out of the box. Oh, it's luxurious packaging, of course, but that's because, it's got a hefty price. Anyway, this is a Johnnie Walker Blue Label, but at cask strength. That's not entirely correct. It's probably batch strength because there's been several releases of this. It is bottled at 55.8%, I believe. It doesn't even show the 55.8 indeed. All right. Now, I've had my fair share of regular Blue Label and even those special releases like the Ghost Rares and whatnot. So I'm thinking this is at 55.8. I wonder how different this is going to be from those other Johnnie Walker Blue Labels that I've tried that have always been between 40 and 45, something like that. Let's see if this is any different. If this is just the Blue Label on steroids, or if it is actually a different animal. It's definitely got a beautiful color. It's a bit coppery. Oh, it clings to the glass. That is usually good news. That means it is going to be quite oily. Let's see if this Johnnie Walker, the Casks edition, is any good. Now that's a complex and layered nose. I get lots of tropical fruits, and I think apricots and peach are in there. A hint of banana, some lychee as well, some pineapple on the barbecue, but it's also got a bit of spiciness going on in there. This is quite lovely, in fact. And then I get this. Don't get me wrong; it's not an off note, but I get rust. Rust. It's quite good, in fact. Layered, and if I'm honest, this is not reminiscent of any Johnnie Walker Blue Label I've tried so far. It's quite different, quite lovely, quite complex on the palate. The alcohol clearly shows itself. Nevertheless, I'm not inclined to put any water in here. Oh, that's good. Oh my God, that's really good. Wow, this is, again, it comes in layers. And you have, on the one hand, all those fruity notes with loads of vanilla and honey in there as well, a bit of caramel, but fruity, fruity, fruity. It's amazing. It's flabbergastingly fruity. On apricots, peaches, some pears, pineapple again. But on the other hand, you have this beautiful spiciness from the oak. I'm thinking nutmeg, I'm thinking a bit of ginger, definitely licorice in there, but it's beautifully balanced. The fruity notes and the oaky notes, they really balance themselves out. And that makes for a deliciously layered, complex, blended whiskey. Wow. And again, this is Blue Label? Wow. On the finish then. Outstanding. Long. Again, layered. Fruitiness comes first, then the spices kick in, and then all of a sudden I get this little bitterness towards the end, as if the white meat of a pink grapefruit. Wow, why did I need to look for that word so long? Grapefruit, very layered, and of course Johnnie Walker is a gifting whiskey. It's the one that you get for your father-in-law during the festive season, or for your partner. Honey, are you watching this? There's a lesson to be learned here. But oh wow, this is definitely much more than the regular Blue Label, which in my opinion is already quite a good blended whiskey and somewhat underrated. But this one is outstanding. If only the price tag were reachable for mortal man. Let's be honest, this is like 350 euros. I'm not forking over 350 euros for this bottle. If this was at 150, Diageo, are you listening? If this was at 150 euros, it would be in my cabinet all the time. It would be replaced all the time, you know. But at 350, that's nah. Having said that, though, this is an outstanding whiskey, and a big shout out to my friend Johan, who dropped in with this bottle and said, "Hey, Mark, I've got this bottle here. Please, would you be so kind as to give it a try? Is this any good?" Johan, I can tell you, it's not any good. It's outstanding. I was about to use a swear word, which I can't, of course, but it's outstanding. And that's all, my friends, for this Whiskey Wrangling, the Johnnie Walker Blue Label, the Casks edition at 55.8% ABV. Flabbergastingly good. And that's all for this Whiskey Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you.